Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm bringing you yet another classic. It's the Aah Bisto bangers and mash, so sausage and mash. Now, of course, today's video comes courtesy of another recommendation on my channel. Jessica, one of the subscribers, recommended that I try this out. And so I've gone out and I've picked it up. Yesterday, we reviewed the Farm Foods edition of sausage and mash. You can also see that on screen right now. And if you want to watch that video, I'll leave a link towards the end of this video where you can go and see it. But I'm actually really excited for today's video because Bisto, well, they're a very well-known brand, and I do think this is going to be a quality ready meal. Now, before we get into the video, I'll touch on the price of this really quickly. It wasn't £2, it wasn't £1. £1 and 75 pence for this ready meal. Now, of course, this one goes slightly over £1, but by not too much. But because it's over £1, I'm expecting some really good quality. And so if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing to this channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me which food should I review next. And so we're straight into it today. Welcome to this video of the Aah Bisto classic bangers and mash succulent pork sausages served with mashed potato, gravy and peas. It's of course got the Bisto gravy. It serves just one person. That's important to note. It's not a family dish. And of course it's only 375 grams. We can see on the front here, we can cook it in the microwave or the oven. The oven's going to take 40 minutes. The microwave, 8.5 minutes. And that's how I'm going to be cooking this meal in the microwave. And of course, we've got our serving suggestion. It doesn't look too bad at all. 2 sausages, the mash, the gravy, and the peas included. And before we flip the box to see the information on the back, we've got our traffic light system. So pause the video if you want to take a more in-depth look at that. And so we'll flip the box and we'll take a look at the ingredients then. So gravy, 37%, mashed potato, 35%, and pork sausages, 21%, peas, 7%. And as always, your allergens, so milk and wheat. And as we're doing it in the microwave, we'll take a look at the cooking instructions. So remove outer packaging and PS film lid in several places. Cook on full power for 5 minutes. Then peel back film lid, stir gravy and mash separately and recover. And then cook on full power for a further 3.5 minutes. Leave stand for 1 minute before serving and check the food is piping hot before serving. So there we have it then. Let's get this ready meal out of the box and take a look at what we've got. And so straight out of the box we go. And guys, leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me what you think about the meal on first sight. Here we go. There we have it. The Aah Bisto sausage, mash, gravy and peas. It doesn't look too bad at all. It looks exactly like the serving suggestion. Now, as per the cooking instructions, I'll pierce it. But what I'm also going to do is peel back, I've made a mess of that, peel back the film lid, because as always on this channel, we take a look at the quality of food before it's cooked. So let's take a look then at what we've got. You can see on the right there, the mashed potato. There's 2 sausages. You can see this time, there's 2 sausages. I'm not gonna ruin the Farm Food sausage and mash, but we lost the sausage somehow when we cooked it. But you can clearly see there 2 sausages, they look really good, and the peas, and obviously a lot of that Aah Bisto gravy. So anyway, enough messing about. Let's get this in the microwave for the first 5.5 minutes. And so after the first 5 minutes of the microwave, we've got to give this thing a stir. Now, although I'm giving it a stir, I don't want to ruin the aesthetics of what we've got here. I mean, come on, I'm not an animal, but let's give it a stir best we can. And I guess we take a first glimpse at what we've got actually. Now it's not frozen. Did it say to stir the We'll do it anyway. We'll rotate it. And of course, now that we've given it a full rotation and a good stir, we'll pop it back in the microwave for the final 3 minutes. And so here we go, 8.5 minutes later, we've got ourselves the classic bangers and mash from Aah Bisto, including Bisto gravy and peas. Guys, what do you think in the comment section down below? I'm going to now plate this up, and I might cut one of those sausages open and we'll take a more in-depth look at what we've got. And so I'll pick one of these sausages up, I'll pop him over here, and we'll cut it open and we will see what the middle of the sausage looks like. And so here we go. There we have it. What do you think? What do you think on first sight? There's your sausage. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look like your normal ready meal sausage. Quite thick this, and from what I can see, it looks quite seasoned inside. So I'll be interested to actually have a taste of it and see what it's all about. Anyway, let me plate this up then, and I'll bring you back once it's done so we can have a look before we get into our taste test. Now guys, with it being 375 grams, I've had to pop this onto a serving plate because your normal plate would be way too big. It would be far too big for this 375 gram ready meal. So I've popped it onto a serving plate. That's what we look like then going into the taste test. And so here we go then, straight into our taste test. As always, I'll give you the close-up of what we are going to be eating in today's video. Now, before we get into the taste, I just want to say, I think it looks absolutely amazing. As far as ready meals go, this is in the top tier already of how they look. It's night and day compared to the one that I reviewed yesterday from Farm Foods. And so we'll start with the sausage. I'll give you the close-up again of the sausage. Hopefully you're seeing the inside there a little better than you were previously. But I think the overall quality, the colour of the food, it looks really good for a ready meal. So don't let me down, come on. Wow, that has the taste of a Cumberland sausage. We'll try that again, it was really good. Again, that's not your normal sausage type flavour. If you eat the original Richmond sausage, it doesn't taste like that. This is very, very well seasoned to the point where it's got hints and flavour of a Cumberland sausage. Now we'll move on next to the mashed potato, the peas and the gravy. We'll just go absolutely in for it. We'll try, we'll see what it's like. Wow. The mash is light and it's fluffy. It could do with some butter in there, but it's very well seasoned again. You can taste the salt. I do think this meal, yeah, 32%. It's red for the traffic light system for the salt. It's very high. And you can see why, because it's very tasty. It's very salty. But the overall taste of that mashed potato is good. The Bisto gravy, you can tell that it's Bisto gravy. It tastes so familiar and so nice. It goes so well with the mash and the peas. And the peas themselves, really juicy, they're not watery, they're very tasty. I'm really enjoying this meal. And I'm enjoying it to the point where I want to eat the rest of this sausage. Look, I think I've tried enough there to give an overall rating and a taste test rating for what we've just tried. The taste rating I'm going to give is a 7 out of 10, a strong rating. Yes, it's very salty, but I think that adds to the taste and flavour of this ready meal. And the overall rating I'm going to give it is a 7 out of 10. I wanted to give it an 8 out of 10. The reason I didn't was because of the price. £1.75 for that. I'm on the fence whether it's worth it or not because it's really nice, it's really tasty. But the price of nearly £2 and the fact that it's 375 grams, it's such a small portion, but again, taste-wise, incredible. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of that, and let me know in the comment section down below whether you would be purchasing it after seeing this review. And of course, if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me which food should I review next.